Previously.
Okay guys, so that was just some light revs. I didn't take it past 2.5K and you can already hear how much different it sounds. It pops way more than before. So right now I'm just letting the car warm up, and in the meantime, probably just gonna get the other parts out and show you what we're gonna do. Okay guys, so we got the whole intake kit ready down here. We got the ram air intake kit. It's got the cone, the box and the pipes. And then we have our forge intake pipe, and then it was missing a couple stuff, so we did have to buy it brand new, and this cost me like £80 just for an adapter and a little breather pipe, which was actually insane. But currently the car makes no noise from the front. It's too silent. But after we get these installed, we're gonna actually be able to hear the turbo. This is what the stock intake is looking like. It's just this big box with this thin pipe, and it's restricting all the sound. So what we got with this gold pipe is you can just see how much thicker the pipe is, and it's just gonna open up the car even more. So what we're gonna have to do is get this removed, which is easy. It's just held in by a few clips, and we're gonna unscrew these and take this pipe out, as well as the turbo elbow all the way back there, which might be a little bit difficult.
Seems to be the problem.
Don't know, I'm not a mechanic.
Man,
We're starting it.
innit?
Bro, engine cover. All I'm doing right now is removing the pipes attached, so I can start by removing the air filter housing.
We got dumb one, dumb two,
Dumb and dumber.
dumb and dumber. Are you both struggling?
Bro,
At least one of you should have success. I think you might have broken it.
listen, if something breaks, guess what? I don't need it.
That is the worst mentality I've ever seen. What's next?
Yo, this is hard, man.
Now you just gotta remove it. It's just a clip. You got a thingy.
You hear that? They're after me. Too cold. They said, yo, you can't be working on your car. It's too
Yeah, 'cause
dangerous.
you're gonna break it. Guess what?
What?
It's been 10 minutes and you've only removed the filter box. It comes to an extent.
Yo, which one's righty tighty and lefty goosey?
Let's do a bit of a showcase.
Okay, you know what? Come.
This guy's very easily convinced.
This and this cost £80
£80.
just because it was missing from here. This goes here and this goes here.
You should sue whoever gave you that.
This is what we're trying to take off right now. It's up in there. Go here.
What do we have here? I'm not interested in you anymore. What's behind you?
Shut up.
Should we do a quick progress check while no one's in the car? Let's take a progress check on these lot.
25.
God damn. They've just ripped apart the interior and left it.
Bro, they got. Oh, that's the new one, no?
That is the new screen, yeah. Wait, that's the new screen? They're a lot ahead of you. Look,
Yeah.
he's got his little ambient light.
Tell him go work in his engine bay.
Another
Let me see.
MCG.
With the way the turbo elbow was attached, it was really difficult to get to. It's held on by 2 bolts, and one you could get from the top and the other you had to go from under the car. And after a bit of trying to get to it, we realized we couldn't, so we had to remove the intercooler pipe to give us enough room, and then we could finally reach it. And now to get to the easier one, we dropped the car right back down and took out the bolt and a few stuff in the engine that were in the way of fully removing the pipe. Bomber car. Come. Looking at these two side by side, you can see how much wider the forged one is compared to the OEM one. This will allow much more air to reach the turbo, effectively no longer making the airflow a limiting factor to how much power we can get from the car. At first we tried putting the whole intake pipe in and realized it wouldn't fit, so we decided to just attach the turbo adapter first and then install the intake pipe piece by piece, which made it way easier. We were running low on time as the sun was setting, so we were panicking trying to put the intake kit together as fast as possible, just looking like a bunch of coconuts trying to read the instructions. Okay guys, so with the intake installed and the downpipe installed, we can finally move on to the intercooler. Okay, so what an intercooler does is it just cools air, which means lower intake temps, and colder air means more power. So we're gonna get this installed. As you can see, the current intercooler in there is so small. I think it comes up to about here, so we got about what, 10 times the thickness and 5 times the size. This is gonna be insane. So the RS3 engine bay is really compact, so it does run quite hot. So for the car to handle more power, this is a mod that we're desperately gonna need. Okay, so to get this installed, what we're gonna have to do is remove the front bumper so we can have access to the intercooler. But as you can see here, this also replaces the crash bar. So what we're gonna have to do is also remove the crash bar, which might be a bit difficult, I don't know yet, but we're gonna find out. Okay, to start off, we just have a few screws at the top, and there's more screws on the side, and I think there's a few more on the bottom, and then we can remove the front bumper.
Yes. Well done. You got both your tires off?
Yeah. Still left a nut in one.
How many kilos is that?
A lot of kilos. Shit was quite heavy, I'm not gonna lie.
So what are you doing now?
Gotta remove the wheel arch, my brother. Doesn't really reach in there.
Oh my days. Wind.
Windy.
Oh, you're trying to take up your intercooler during a storm. Don't just smile. Let me just take a second to show what we've done. We've pinned down all of our workspace with whatever we could find, so the wind doesn't take it from us. Yo, camera needs a break. I need to zip up my jacket.
Literally big room, innit? Okay guys, so we've managed to remove the intercooler and we've got both of them here side by side, and you can just take a look at the size difference. So you can see just how much bigger the surface area of the Wagner one is compared to the old one. This is going to greatly reduce our intake temps and just let the car handle more power without thermal throttling. Alright, so all that's left is we need to remove this crash bar, and we've got one bolt here and just 4 here. And once we remove that, we can just put that one in, and then that should be job done. Yeah, that's it.
Is it?
We were trying to remove the crash bar, removing as little parts as possible, but apart from the slam panel was in the way, and we tried taking it out at an angle, but then the headlights got in the way, so we just quickly removed the headlights as it was the easier option. Putting in the new intercooler was nice and simple, just putting everything back where it goes, although we did have to use a jack to hold it in place so we don't put unnecessary strain on anything. Okay, so we've finally got it on. We've got both the old parts here on the floor, and the car looks mean. Just take a look at that without a bumper. It's got the gold pipe, you got a big intercooler. It just looks like a big nose with a car. Car just looks different. So all that's left is to get the bumper back on, and then that's it. We're finished with everything and the car is ready for a stage 2 remap. We tried fitting the bumper onto the car, but what we didn't realize was we had to strip everything behind the bumper, as the intercooler is so big, everything in the back just gets in the way. All of these together just make the car absolutely insane. This ram air intake kit and the Forge Motorsport turbo elbow, as well as some catalyst downpipes and this huge Wagner tooling intercooler. The intercooler cools all the hot air that goes to the engine, and the intake lets more air get to the turbo, as well as give us some really good swooshy sounds. So I guess all that's left for me to do now is to show you guys how the car sounds put together. The air intake has made such a huge difference. Honestly, the turbo noises were absolutely needed.